Yelena, we haven't seen you in a while since World Championships. How have you been? Catch us up on life and how you've been.
I've been good. I've been hungry for more. I think after winning U23 Worlds is like, obviously I want to win at the senior level. U23 Worlds was awesome. It was a great experience, but that Monday I was back on the mat, just hungry for more. Um, and yeah, just been training, doing my thing up in Naperville, North Central, wrestling my coaches, hanging out with the girls on the team, traveling with them, and it's been fun. The most recent tournament that we had was nationals, and it was cool being a part of that from a coach's perspective and not from not competing, not having the stress of competing. Of course, it's still stressful watching your athletes go out and compete and do hard things, but yeah, it's been fun. Just been taking a little bit of a break, cooling down, and now back this week on the mat and at the camp. It's been good.
You talk about coaching. Did you learn anything from coaching at nationals that you're able to bring into your wrestling life?
Man, yeah, it's hard. So I just obviously we all get frustrated when we lose, and I as a coach I also get frustrated with athletes when I know they can win a match, and they come off the mat, and I just know there are certain things that they should have done or shouldn't have done that could have changed the outcome of that match. And I feel like that as an athlete myself a lot of times too, and it's just like on both sides extending empathy and understanding and just positive affirmation and encouragement instead of um, you know degrading the athlete, or instead of giving them silent treatment. I know some coaches that just they're so fired up in that moment that it's hard for them to extend empathy during those moments. But that's when athletes are already beating themselves up after a loss, and if their coach turns their back on them, it hurts even more. And then the wrestling outcome is like, I mean, the wrestling is like, oh no, I'm wrestling so that my coach doesn't feel disappointed in me, instead of like, I'm wrestling because I want to do well and win this match. So just as a coach, just learning. Joe Norton does a really good job at this, is like just finding the good things in each match, and encouraging encouraging that and uplifting the athlete, instead of just always being pissed off when people lose. So definitely learning that as a new coach. So yeah.
Now let's reflect on the World Championships. Have you been able to really sit down, reflect of not only your accomplishment but the team as a whole, as historically, how great that team was?
Yeah, I mean, it was an awesome experience. It was so cool to be a part of that, history in the making, um, and I've been thinking about it here and there, and just like in awe. Like that's awesome. That's amazing, and I hope it keeps happening. At not just at that level, but at the senior level as well. Um, yeah.
Obviously, you're here at training camp, a lot of big names. What's next for you? What are you training for, and how great is it to have a big camp like this?
Training for the U.S. Open, and the next big tournaments coming up, ranking events, all that. And yeah, it's awesome. There's so many girls here. It's actually crazy. There's not enough room for all of us, but it's great because we get so many different training partners. Everyone gives you a different feel, and yeah, it's awesome. You never get bored. There's a lot to do here. Many ways to get better.